Hi, this is Joe again with another review. For the sake of this video, I'm going to be discussing another James Bond movie for you, and that is the 1987 film, The Living Daylights, starring Timothy Dalton as James Bond. Of course, this one is, I think it was the first one, or might have been the first one based on the original story, because The License to Kill was based on, this one, and I think also License to Kill was based on short stories in the Bond that Ian Fleming wrote for the Bond series. I think this one's also based on short stories. This one, because like I said earlier, Bond was played by Timothy Dalton in this film. Originally, for The Living Daylights, this was of course after Roger Moore left the series after doing A View to a Kill. He did one more Bond film, which was A View to a Kill, which I previously reviewed, and he decided to retire from the role, and they decided to get another actor in there. And originally they wanted Pierce Brosnan. Even for A View to a Kill, they wanted Pierce Brosnan to play the part, but he was busy doing his show Remington Steele, so he was not available. So they got Timothy Dalton instead. And of course, when Timothy Dalton, and this was his first time doing this role. The other one was License to Kill, and I've already previously reviewed License to Kill, so please check it out for those who haven't seen it. You'll see my review of that movie. Anyway, for The Living Daylights, this was really the first time I actually saw James Bond being very, very serious. Because a lot of the times when, even in the economy films, sometimes he might have like a line or funny line to end an action scene. Timothy Dalton played the movie so straight that it wasn't even funny how straight he played. A lot of people complained that Timothy Dalton was too serious as James Bond, because some people like the movies because they got so used to the campy Bonds because of Roger Moore played James Bond for 12 years. Over 7 movies in 12 year span from 1973 to 1985. So a lot of them were pretty campy, and like Moonmaker was lousy and all that type of thing. So they expected it to be campy, and when it was serious, because Timothy Dalton took a real serious approach to it. It was very serious, hardly smiled or whatever. People didn't like that, and after 2 movies, he was fired, and they brought in Pierce Brosnan, and his movies were not action but very campy. But this one, enough for the introduction. Now for the plot. For Living Daylights, Bond was supposed to escort a former Russian KGB agent who was defecting to England. And the thing was that the KGB agent was defecting, decides to school them, escapes the protection of James Bond and MI6 to go and work with, to go back to the Russians and to help them get arms, illegal arms from, illegal weapons from the United States to help the Russians defeat Afghanistan. Because they were all in again. So this plot is very similar to the plot in Rambo 3. And this movie came out 2 years before Rambo 3, where Bond is helping out the Afghans. Of course, the group he's helping, of course, also turned out to be the Taliban, which helped Bin Laden attack us on 9/11. Right? Or Bin Laden was in Afghanistan when we were attacked, when the United States was attacked on 9/11. So that's what Bond is helping out in this one. That's like Rambo and Rambo 3 did. And it is a long movie. So it was over a 2-hour movie, like almost 2 hours and 15 minutes, and it was like a whole shitload of action in this thing, and it was really, 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 I want to say pathetic, but you know, they'll hardly give you a chance to breathe. At least I like in the economy Bond films, at least it tells you to breathe a little bit before you have the next big action sequence. This one is like action, 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 and maybe for maybe a minute, maybe for maybe 5 minutes, unless you really catch the plot as to what's going on. And of course, Bond is also getting the girlfriend of this KGB agent who is playing a cello, and in the symphony, and she decided to defect as well. And she did defect with Bond because she was the girlfriend of the KGB agent who was defecting. And when the KGB agent not only stiffed the British, the Secret Service, but stiffed the girlfriend. I don't mean sexually, but morally stiffed her from from going with him, because she was supposed to go with him, and he said no, and went with this arm, and the KGB agent made this deal with this arms dealer, who was played by Joan Don Baker, who of course, when Pierce Brosnan takes up the role of James Bond, he played a CIA agent working with Bond in Pierce Brosnan Bond films. But this one, Joan Don Baker actually plays the villain in this one, who is interested in famous battles, war battles, and when Bond does kill him at the end of the film, he gets killed over the not the set, but the model of the Battle of Waterloo. And so oh, he met his, and when the other MI6 agent came in, check out what Bond was doing, he said, oh, he met his Waterloo. I mean, that was a real funny line that Timothy Dalton gave in this movie. And I thought Timothy Dalton did a good job playing Bond in the two films he was in. But he should have gotten a chance to play a third film, but there won't be another third film till 6 years after he made License to Kill. Or started License to Kill, I should say. But The Living Daylights was not a bad movie, per se. But in terms of the other Bond films, especially the Connery films, or maybe some Roger Moore films, he was very, very serious, so that's the only one real major complaint. That, and then he helped the Afghans in this movie. If he didn't have the whole bit in there with the Afghans and then the whole Russian Afghanistan thing, I would like this movie even more. Because we were Jewish, with the whole Arabs thing, Jewish Muslim thing, doesn't go down too well with me. But, that's what I decided to do, and this was the first time they actually take an actual event, what's actual current events, and put it into a James Bond film, which never happened before in any Bond film, because usually the Spectre going on, or some crazy industrialist trying to take over the world and stuff. This is the first time we actually put an actual current events situation into a Bond film. And they do have references to other current events when you get into the Pierce Brosnan films. They do have put current stuff in there, and even current technology, especially with the Daniel Craig movies. But this one, the Living Daylights, I didn't think was too bad. And it's hard to follow it because it's gets all kinds of crazy and stuff, especially the amusement park sequence. When Bond, and this was the funny part. I think the girl who played the cello player, I think she's the sister of a living Diablo from the Wonder Years. I think that this is her sister, and she was hot. And I think they have the same name, Diablo. I forgot her first name. And she was kind of, and the real funniest scene in the whole movie was when they were in a merry-go-round, not merry-go-round, a Ferris wheel, a Ferris wheel, and the pod was just as big as the pods that were in the London Eye Ferris wheel in London, and it was at the London Eye because it wasn't built until like 1999 for the you go from 1999 to 2000, but this one you have the two of them making out or about to have sex in the pod. And then of course they got the Ferris wheel going again, and when it stops, they open it up, and they're still making out. And actually they weren't naked, but they were making out, and they're all laughing at him. And he says, You want to go for another, and the guy on the opposite of the Ferris wheel says, "You want to go for another ride?" So they can maybe get it on there, but it's it is a good movie, good movie and entertainment. I think the plot could have been a little bit tighter. The movie could have been a little bit shorter, maybe 10 minutes shorter, maybe in my opinion. But I thought it was good enough, especially if you're a Bond fan, to like this movie. At least I do. Because like I said, Timothy Dalton gave a good performance. I think except for maybe Daniel Craig, Timothy Dalton was really the only James actor that played Bond who gave him a real serious role and played straight without very, very little humor in it. Except for the stuff with Q, maybe. That's the only part that was really, that he had, there was actually any humor in there. Except for the scene I mentioned on the Ferris wheel. But this movie was good for what it was. And I do recommend this movie, especially those of you who haven't been a James Bond fan like I consider myself a Bond fan. And this movie is good for what it is, and sometimes I do like a serious Bond film. I do like Bond serious with maybe a little humor involved in it, like Dr. No or maybe Goldfinger. And it's a little bit campy, but at least it's serious at times. But at least you have a little bit of humor to go in with the drama, which is Goldfinger had the right mix of the campy and the serious stuff. But with Timothy Dalton, it's like just so serious that you might get bored watching it because there's no humor in it to break all the tension in the film. If they did that, I think people will like the Timothy Dalton films better. So that's my review of The Living Daylights. Please click on the video, please rate it, feel free to comment on it. Please subscribe to my channel, please forward this video on your Facebook pages. You can check out all my reviews on my YouTube channel at RowdyC.com. There's over WDY, C.com. There's a homepage and a Rowdy reviewer, Christine Moore, and please check out all of his videos on his website. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.